She was not the great beauty the legends claim. She was something far more dangerous, the smartest ruler of her age, who gambled an entire kingdom against the might of Rome. For 3,000 years, Egypt had been ruled by god-kings called pharaohs, and one woman would be the last of them all. Her name was Cleopatra. But here's the first surprise. Cleopatra wasn't even Egyptian. Her family, the Ptolemies, were Greek, descended from one of Alexander the Great's generals. For 300 years, they ruled Egypt from the dazzling city of Alexandria. Yet Cleopatra was the first of her line to actually bother learning the Egyptian language. She spoke as many as 9 languages and presented herself as a living goddess. At 18, she took the throne and was almost immediately overthrown. Exiled by her own brother, Cleopatra needed the most powerful man alive on her side. That man was in her city, the Roman dictator Julius Caesar. So she had herself smuggled into his rooms, rolled up inside a sack of bedding. By morning, the queen and the dictator were allies, and soon far more than that. Caesar's legions crushed her rivals, and Cleopatra was back on the throne. She bore him a son, Caesar Ion, and sailed to Rome itself as Caesar's guest. But in 44 BC, Caesar was assassinated, and her protector was gone. So the queen found herself a new Roman and a new gamble. His name was Mark Antony, one of the 3 men now ruling the Roman world. She arrived to meet him on a golden barge with purple sails, dressed as the goddess of love. Antony was spellbound. They became lovers, partners, and eventually enemies of Rome. Together, they dreamed of an empire of the East, ruled from Alexandria, not Rome. This terrified one man in Rome, Caesar's heir, the cold and calculating Octavian. He launched a propaganda war, painting Antony as a traitor bewitched by a foreign queen. In 31 BC, it finally came to war at sea. Off the coast of Greece, the fleets of Antony and Octavian met at Actium. In the chaos of battle, Cleopatra's ships suddenly turned and fled for Egypt. Antony broke off the fight and followed her, and with that, the war was lost. Octavian chased them all the way back to Alexandria. With the city falling and hope gone, Antony fell on his own sword. Cleopatra, refusing to be paraded through Rome as a trophy, chose her own end. Legend says she died from the bite of an asp, a venomous Egyptian cobra. With her death in 30 BC, 3,000 years of pharaohs came to an end. Egypt, the oldest kingdom on earth, became just another province of Rome. The land of the pharaohs would not rule itself again for almost 2,000 years. Cleopatra gambled everything on 2 Roman men, and in the end, she lost. But she was never the weak seductress her Roman enemies described. She was the last pharaoh, a brilliant ruler who played for the highest stakes in history, and became a legend forever.